this is AJ McDonald with McDonald Financial Services. We have Devin Jones here. We're going to talk to you today about estimated taxes, why you should estimate your taxes on a quarterly basis, or why you should not, how to avoid doing that, and the importance really of avoiding the IRS penalty. So, Devin, tell me a little bit about estimated taxes on a quarterly basis. Why do them?
Well, as we were just kind of discussing prior to filming this, why do them? I mean, obviously you do, like you said, want to avoid the tax, the penalty on those. There's a myriad of reasons why you might have a higher tax bill. Like we were talking earlier, if you're a retiree and you don't have the income tax withheld out of a paycheck, so to speak, then you might have an issue with your tax situation. So you may want to do estimated taxes, pay a little bit extra, and or there's some other options that we can go over as well. So.
Exactly, we don't want to see clients or anybody pay a penalty to the IRS because they didn't have enough tax withheld. Also, maybe they have a large taxable event, whether that be a large capital gain that they realized, maybe they sold a business or sold a property.
An inheritance.
Potentially, which would be tax-free a lot of times.
Well, if you inherit an IRA and you distributed the entire IRA and didn't have that tax withheld, then obviously that would be an issue.
Exactly. And wise to make estimated payments unless, so we have a lot of clients bring say their CPA says, oh, you need to do estimated taxes, and maybe you do, maybe you don't. A couple ways to avoid that would be to increase the tax withholding you have on maybe Social Security or pensions, or if you're working on your paycheck, so you have more going to the IRS than you historically had to help offset any estimated taxes. Anything else?
Yeah, the one thing I guess I would just expand on with the CPA. We've had folks that have come to us and they've had that life event the prior year, and the CPA suggests they do withholding or estimated tax over the next year. We know, knowing the client, that they don't have that same life event that's going to come up in the following year, so estimated tax is most likely not going to be needed in certain situations, but certainly that's why you reach out to us and certainly have those conversations.
Well, that's exactly right. Most of the CPAs that we work with are very reactive and not proactive. Right. So they're saying, well, if everything stays the same as it did the prior year, you need to do estimated taxes. Well, if in fact, things aren't going to be the same, well, then you probably don't need to do estimated taxes.
Right.
So, so there's not a right or a wrong, but most of the clients that we have that do estimated taxes find it kind of a hassle. You got to write out a check to the IRS. You got to do that 4 times a year.
Sometimes it gets forgotten.
A lot of times it gets forgotten. That's exactly right. Kind of a pain.
Kind of a pain, indeed.
So if you can avoid it by maybe withholding out of other income streams to offset, that's a lot easier to do. And you don't have to worry about it.
Right. Right.
Anything else to add on estimated taxes?
I don't think so, not on my part.
All right. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, give the office a call, and have a great day.